Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new documentary, Flint. And this is from director Anthony Baxter, and focuses on Flint, Michigan, and the disturbing things that happened with the tainting of their water, and what damage it caused in its people through drinking this water, bathing in this water. And this takes place over the course of 5 years of doing this research, looking into testing, and the film balances a lot of different things, from communicating with the actual people, getting their stories, and the hysteria and the fear that this situation caused in these people. It's tragic, it's sad, and it's emotional. You feel for these people right away. The documentary, I feel like, definitely has a spin to it. It definitely has, like, obviously this is what, it's not very unbiased. It's specifically going at certain things, but it does in a interesting way that it does shoot at a lot of different people and those involved. It gains perspective from a lot of different voices, including the doctor who is at the center of this in Flint, Michigan, who adamantly defends himself and defends the fact that, like, this water is not contaminated, and you hear directly from him. You hear from other opposing sides. It even goes into the perspective of, like, the media, with, like, Marc Ruffalo getting involved in this and working with this, like, pseudoscientist who then comes back and changes his mind, and that interaction in this documentary was uncomfortable to watch. And that was crazy. It's interesting this is coming out at this time, and, like, Alec Baldwin narrates this documentary, and generally Alec Baldwin has such a great voice. He's perfect for this. It's a little interesting watching it now with everything going on with him, and I also felt like it took a step too far actually putting him into the film and, like, interviewing people, and, like, he's not a trained interviewer. He's, like, asking very obvious leading questions and stuff like that, and I feel like that's where some of the biases in this film really bleed through and kind of took me out of the film. But here's the thing. What this is talking about, the message and the story, is so important. It is tragic and needs to be told. And I think in general, this film feels like it does a fine job of portraying that. It brings a lot of emotion, and it has some compelling moments. Like that one interview I talked about where it gets pretty heated and uncomfortable and challenging. It does pose other viewpoints, and it doesn't undercut what they're trying to say. It gives them a chance to give that platform, but then uses evidence to look at the other perspective. And in the end, I think this documentary is a quality spotlight onto this situation. I did feel like it lost a bit of steam towards the middle, but it really did find a way to pull it back, especially with this storyline of these, like, basically doctors, these scientists in competition with each other, and what's true and what's not. And by the end, this is something that's worth watching. It's worth finding out about and learning. It's informative, it's emotional, and it's compelling, generally, over the course of its 2-hour runtime. So definitely something that's worth checking out, and especially for a situation that is still going on that's a problem. But those are my thoughts on Flint. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.